Thank you so much for tuning into Make It Shine Tarot and Metaphysical with Empress Tete. Today I am going to give you a love read. Now, before we get into the tarot, I did do a quick energy read, and I saw for most of you that this love read is concerning someone that may have slept on you or may have really done you like dirty. Maybe they chose someone over you, or you were like an option, but you were not the top priority or the top option. Let's see what the tarot has to say about the situation. Now, I only read upright, no reversals. And I may be switching decks, so I got one or two out. First card out, Strength. Nine of Cups. Two of Wands. Pull 7 across the board. Try to pull 7. So 8 came out. What's Strength? I'm sorry about the jiggling of the camera. Let's see. So we got a few out here. Overall energy is 9 of Swords. That lets me know that you lost some serious sleep over this person. Their actions, the situation as a whole, they just like threw you for a curveball. So overall energy, 9 of Swords. Really got to your head, really disturbed your peace, pissed you off, hurt your feelings, just had you, not your usual self, kind of depressed, but I wouldn't say, for some of you, it was pretty bad. For some of you, for others, maybe not as traumatic, just like a major disappointment. One second, I'll let you know what EJ. We gotta set it up like that. Okay. Alrighty. So Strength is here. So if you tried to save face concerning the situation, maybe you really bragged about this person. You told friends and family members about this lover or girlfriend, boyfriend that you had that really showed a lot of potential, that you had big plans with, and you really had to save face when everything fell through and like pretend to be strong. This is like you really had to put on your big boy, big girl panties and really put up like a facade that you were okay, but really you were working on healing. It looks like 8 of Pentacles is here, like you were working on healing. You had to maybe like burn some candles, take a cleansing bath, because this one really took you out of character and was difficult to recover from. Yeah, so you had to whip out the big guns, the spiritual baths. You had sage, maybe light some candles, like meditate, go for a spa day. So you really had to do a lot of self-care to kind of get over or recover from this heartbreak, what I'm showing right here. And you took some alone time. The Hermit is here as well. And you may have stayed to yourself. You may not have hung out with your friends like you normally do. You may have missed some dinner dates with friends because you knew that the energy that you were feeling, you didn't want to transfer it to them, or you didn't want them to know what you were going through. You weren't really ready to talk about it with anyone. It really threw you for a loop, and you really didn't want to maybe drag anyone else into the situation, or, you know, you really didn't want to disturb anyone else's peace over the situation. Now you've found your strength, but you have found it in singlehood. The person that I'm speaking to is likely single, and you're enjoying it. You may not want to be in another relationship right now. It may be the furthest thing from your mind. Right here, King of Pentacles is here. That is your main energy that you're focused on. You're focusing on funds, on your money, your stability. Your Ten of Pentacles is what you're planning for in the long run. Like, maybe you haven't given up on love 100%, but what you've done is you pull back from the dating scene. Like, look, if I meet someone, it's probably going to be organically, and I'm going to vet them to the T, is what I'm showing here. Like, you're going to make sure everything checks out. No domestic violence in the history, no anger issues, no red flags. Maybe one, but like after the second one, you like, no more red flags, because you saw them, but you ignored them because you saw the person's potential. You saw potential, and you didn't really look at the actions. Like, look, I can ignore that action. I see so much potential. They're gonna get it together, and then they did it. So you're like, you know what? Next time, red flags, too many. No, I'm gone. So you're really finding a balanced temperance is here, and Eight of Swords. So it's possible that you may have been in an energy where you were an overgiver and you were like stuck in your ways. And I think you're making your way out of that, saying with a new mindset, saying, hey, I'm not going to overgive. I want equal give and take. I want someone that's going to give to me as much as I give to them. And I'm not going to be the first one to put myself out there. You're gonna be in like the passenger seat when it comes to the next relationship. You're gonna let the other person drive, because previously you had to you had to plan the dates, or you may have had to make the plans for your outings for a long time. You may have had to choose everything, like choose the movie, choose what you're gonna eat. You had to put it all together, and in a way, it was stressful. It became like a stressor to you. Oh, I've got to make this work. I've got to make this work, instead of it being a balance. So that's what you're craving in the future, a balance, so you don't feel stuck. So I see that you've gotten over your need to absorb all of the responsibility of a relationship. Yeah. So Hermit by yourself, Three of Swords, heartbroken. But Ace of Swords is here, and the Two of Cups being clarified by the Two of Cups. So what you have a vision of what your next relationship will be. You know that it's not going to be. It's like you're entering into your next phase when it comes to relationships. And this can be love, and it can also be for friendships as well. For like 1 or 2, maybe friendships as well. But you know what to expect from relationships moving forward. You know to be realistic in your expectations, and only I would say not look at a person's potential as to if you're going to continue with the relationship, but you're going to look at their actions. So actions are going to speak louder than words for you moving forward, instead of, oh, I have this vision of what could be in fantasy. No, you're just taking the realistic approach and saying, hey, I want this type of partner. I know I may not get this specific type of partner, but these are the qualities that I desire in a friend and a lover, and this is what I expect. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because I know what's for me is going to reach me. And really, you are turning over. I feel like or should I say, entering into a new cycle where you're okay being single. You know, right now, previously you may have had to be in a relationship, or you may have had to have someone in your phone as a contact or for comfort. You know, you're content in your own skin. You're happy with the love that you're giving yourself right now, which is awesome. And you're happy with the stability that you're building for your future. You hate how everything turned out, but you have said, look, I'm learning from my mistakes. I've learned from my mistakes. I don't expect to go through anything like this again. It was heartbreaking. It took me out of character. I saw myself doing things that I did not want to do, or that I normally wouldn't do, or that were not fair for me to have to do. You made sacrifices you shouldn't have had to make for somebody that did not fully reciprocate or give their fair share. So it was a really like a one-sided relationship that really broke you down when it deteriorated. And look, you had to go over here and pretend to be strong, but now you really are strong from this experience. And I don't see you making the same, going through the same thing again. Best of luck.